Before sunrise, Switzerland is already contradicting its own postcard. In Zurich, a baker lifts the shutters as a red train climbs towards snow. In Bern, market stalls open beneath medieval arcades. High above Lauterbrunnen, a farmer studies the weather before moving cattle across a wet meadow. A few hours south, espresso is served in Italian beside palms and a mountain lake. This is the country behind the familiar symbols. It has 4 national languages, a seat of government that is not officially called a capital, and villages where trains carry school children, groceries, hotel linen, and tourists on the same line. Cheese is not merely something to taste. It is summer milk preserved for winter. A river is not only scenery, it may be the fastest way home after work. The question of this journey is not simply where Switzerland is most beautiful. It is how a small country, divided by mountains, weather, and language, learned to remain connected without making every place the same. We will follow that answer through city mornings, shared tables, vineyard slopes, working valleys, and stations above the clouds. Each place will begin with an image we think we know, then reveal the life continuing just beyond it. Welcome to Switzerland, where the postcard is only the first frame. The surprise is not that these worlds differ, but that each remains unmistakably part of the same home. Switzerland is often spoken of as one nation, but daily life unfolds in many local worlds. German, French, Italian, and Romansh are not decorative details on a map. They shape school, radio, jokes, menus, and the names announced at stations. Even Swiss German changes noticeably from one region to another. In bilingual Bien, 2 names share the same sign. Farther south, Rosti gives way to risotto, and the rhythm of conversation changes with the landscape. 26 cantons protect strong local identities, while municipalities remain close to decisions about roads, schools, taxes, and public space. Voting belongs to ordinary life. Posters appear beside railway platforms, envelopes arrive at home, and national questions are discussed beside local ones. Immigration has added still more voices, especially in the cities. A single tram in Zurich may carry Swiss German, Portuguese, Albanian, French, English and languages from much farther away. What truly holds these worlds together is not sameness alone. It is a practical agreement that remote communities should remain reachable. Minority languages should remain audible, and difference should have room to survive inside a shared country. The surprise is not that so many identities exist, but that none must disappear for the country to function. In Zurich, the day begins before Bahnhofstrasse shines. Bakers stack dark loaves and braided Zapf behind glass. Cleaners move through the main station, and commuters cross the Limmat with coffee in hand. Finance shapes the city's reputation, but its most revealing ritual comes after work, when office clothes give way to swimsuits and people enter the river at public bathing areas that become social spaces after sunset. Bern moves at another pace. Market sellers arrange flowers, vegetables, bread, and cheese beneath long arcades, while federal employees pass on their way to work. The Zittglogg performs before the hour, yet the city's real clock is the Aare, where strong swimmers let the current carry them around the old town. In Basel, the Rhine becomes another public room. Residents float downstream with waterproof bags as ferries cross using the river's force. Museums, laboratories, and trading history shape the city, but so does a piece of honeyed leckerli eaten on the bank. These cities share trains and institutions, yet each organizes the day differently. Zurich through speed, Bern through continuity, and Basel through exchange. What joins them is movement: trams, rivers, markets, and people reshaping public space through habit. Around Lake Lucerne, scenery is also infrastructure. Early boats carry commuters, pupils, hikers, and families between settlements that once depended more on water than roads. Crew members coil ropes, regular passengers exchange short greetings, and cups rattle in the cafe while mountains gather around the lake. Lucerne sits where river, railway, boat, and old trading routes meet. Before crowds fill the Chapel Bridge, delivery bicycles cross nearby streets, and shopkeepers unlock painted buildings in the old town. Above the water, Rigi and Pilatus offer different moods. Rigi rises gradually through farms, small stations, and broad views. Pilatus is sharper and more exposed. Modern trains and cable cars make both easy to reach, but the people who operate them still answer to wind, cloud, and visibility. That dependence has shaped local habits for generations. Wood had to be cut. Hay dried, animals moved, and food stored before winter narrowed every choice. Rosti, barley soup, and Elpler Magronen were built from ingredients that could survive cold and hard work. What looks like comfort on a restaurant plate is often the memory of a difficult landscape, translated into food. The lake is not the edge of local life. It is the route through which that life continues. In the Bernese Oberland, the postcard becomes a workplace. Interlaken is busy with luggage, guides, hotel staff, lift schedules, and kitchen deliveries. The railway then follows the Lucina into Lauterbrunnen, where waterfalls descend from cliffs carved by ice. Before the first visitors raise their cameras, farmers open barns. Guest house workers prepare breakfast, and vehicles stop beside kitchens that must feed both residents and strangers. Grass still has to be cut on steep ground. Fences must be repaired. Milk must be collected according to the animal, not the station clock. In summer, cattle move toward higher pastures, where fresh grass changes the character of their milk. Alpine cheese began as a practical answer to distance, milk that could not be carried quickly. Downhill was heated, cultured, pressed, salted, and transformed into wheels that would last for months. Inside a dairy, curds are cut and lifted, heavy molds are turned, and shelves slowly fill with cheeses that require constant care. When the herds return at the end of summer, flowers and large bells turn the journey into a celebration. To visitors, it may look like folklore. To farming families, it marks the safe end of a demanding season. Beauty may attract the visitor, but routine, timing, and physical work keep the valley alive. Above Lauterbrunnen, Wengen, Murren, and Gimmelwald show what life looks like when ordinary cars are limited. Hotel linen, vegetables, building materials, school bags, and bottles of wine travel by train, cable car, handcart, or small authorized vehicle. Children learn departure boards as part of everyday geography. A missed connection can decide when someone reaches work or home. The famous views become quieter after the day visitors leave. Restaurant staff clean tables. Residents collect mail. And cowbells move through the darkness beyond the houses. Gimmelwald keeps a more agricultural scale, where barns and gardens stand beside guest rooms. Its appeal is not that time stopped. Time is visible in weathered timber, renovated houses, changing families, and the work required to keep a small community alive. Across the valley, Grindelwald is busier beneath the Eiger. Guides organize routes, lift operators watch conditions, and rescue teams prepare for decisions that may concern when not to climb. Mountain culture is not only about reaching summits. It is built from local knowledge, patience, careful refusal, and responsibility for people who may mistake easy access for safety. After sunset, the mountains stop being attractions and return to being weather, distance, and home. The railway toward Jungfraujoch begins with workers checking platforms and weather reports at Kleine Scheidegg. The train climbs through open slopes, then enters tunnels cut through the Eiger and Munch. Windows turn dark and conversation softens. When the sky clears, the Aare glacier stretches away like a slow river of ice. It appears still, yet it moves under its own weight, carrying rock and recording changes visible across generations. The descent restores scale. Snow becomes stone, stone becomes grass, trees return, and villages become homes again. Farther west, Zermatt lives beneath the Matterhorn. The summit may be hidden all day, but bakers still deliver bread, hotel workers move luggage, and guides study forecasts. The first successful ascent ended in tragedy during the descent, and local guide culture grew from recognizing danger rather than pretending to remove it. In the high Alps, precision is impressive, but humility is essential. Access is not ownership, and arrival is never the same as control. West of the mountains, the language changes, and the social rhythm changes with it. Geneva faces outward through diplomacy, migration, finance, and humanitarian work, yet its international identity is most convincing at street level. Commuters cross the lake on small boats, bakery counters fill with bread and pastries, and conversations move between French, English, and many other languages. Watchmaking adds another layer. Specialized hands assembling mechanisms whose value depends on patience and accuracy. Lausanne feels younger and more physical. Students climb stairways between classes, cafe terraces fill around Flan, and the old cathedral looks across roofs toward Ouchy. A few stations farther east, buildings give way to the vineyards of Lavaux. Their geometry is beautiful, because generations of growers have made difficult land productive. Stone walls hold narrow strips of soil above the lake, and harvest still depends on hands, baskets, timing, and family knowledge. The vines receive light from the sky, reflection from the water, and warmth from the stone. But the wine begins row by row. A glass shared in a village cellar carries the slope, season, and risk of the work that produced it. There is no single Swiss cuisine because there is no single Swiss landscape. Food changes with altitude, language, trade, and what could survive winter. Fondue gathers people around one pot, each person dipping bread and learning the quiet choreography of shared space. Raclette moves differently. A wheel of cheese is warmed until its surface softens, then scraped onto potatoes, pickles, and onions while everyone waits for the next round. The meal advances slowly, giving the table time to talk. In Valais, rye bread, dried meat, vineyards, and mountain cheese reflect a region shaped by sun, distance, and preservation. Ticino turns toward polenta, risotto, chestnuts, cured meats, and meals served at granite tables beneath trees. Modern Swiss food also reflects migration. Turkish bakeries, Balkan grills, Italian cafes, Portuguese groceries, and Asian kitchens belong to the everyday table. Tradition survives not by refusing change, but by continuing to be used. The best meal is often the one that explains why people remain at the table after hunger has passed. South of the main Alpine divide, Ticino changes the light and pace of the journey. In Lugano, Italian conversations spill from cafes, palms stand beside the lake, and public squares seem to extend the day. A traditional grotto, mushroom risotto, salami, cheese, and local wine without ceremony. The point is not speed. Food, shade, and conversation create the experience. Yet Ticino is not simply a Mediterranean corner placed inside Switzerland. Its villages carry histories of migration, stonework, farming, and labor across the border. Chestnut groves recall a time when the tree was treated almost as a source of bread. Ticino shows that Switzerland's identity does not weaken when its atmosphere changes. It becomes more convincing. Farther east, Graubünden spreads across valleys where German, Italian, and Romanche meet. In the Engadine, Romanche survives through schools, radio. The Swiss National Park imposes another rhythm. Remain on the path, take nothing, and accept that wildlife may not appear on demand. In Appenzell, painted houses, string music, natural, yodeling, cheese, and seasonal cattle processions remain connected to communities rather than staged only for tourists. A musician learns by listening. A cheesemaker repeats a process that cannot be rushed. A farmer prepares animals for the journey between valley and pasture. Culture stays alive because people keep deciding what to preserve and how to change. These regions do not protect identity by standing still. They protect it by giving inherited practices another use, another audience, and another generation willing to carry them forward. Our journey began before sunrise, with a baker opening a shop and a train climbing towards snow. It ends without choosing one image to represent the country. Switzerland lives between images, a multilingual station and a quiet pasture, a laboratory and a cheese cellar, a diplomatic meeting and a family table. The mountains shape the country, but they do not explain it alone. Culture appears in how people share space, debate decisions, welcome outsiders, protect local voices, and return to familiar rituals after change. A river swim, a market morning, a wheel of cheese, or a greeting in a minority language may reveal more than a summit. Switzerland is not perfect or untouched. It is alive. Long after the panorama fades, those ordinary gestures remain. The true measure of a country that stays connected without becoming the same everywhere.